Cox Business Television, information and insights on the Hampton Roads economic picture. Featuring in-depth interviews, profiles, and the latest publisher spotlight from the newsroom at Inside Business. Exclusively for Hampton Roads, Cox Communications presents Cox Business Television.
Hello and welcome to Cox Business Television. I'm Mike Braham. CBTV is designed to deliver keen insights and business intelligence from cutting-edge leaders as we navigate through these challenging times. It's our goal to provide you unique access to information from leaders around the region to help you innovate, motivate, and incorporate successful ideas into your business. Today, we're researching research and the opportunities for job growth that R&D can bring to Hampton Roads. That was the subject at a recent Cox Executive Discussion Series held in Norfolk, presented in partnership with Inside Business. At this event, a banquet room filled with business leaders heard about some of the latest research projects that have potential to make an economic impact in Virginia. We received updates on projects like Hampton University's state-of-the-art Proton Therapy Institute. We heard about LifeNet's life-saving work, ODU's modeling and simulation programs, and a vibrant Eastern Virginia Medical School health research. Karen Jackson, Virginia's Deputy Secretary for Technology, called the region's research eclectic. But the question remains, how can this region create new jobs by advancing their research and development to grow jobs and expand or create new companies? Here now from the discussion series are two local leaders in research to bring us an update on some of the most exciting projects from their institutions. First, Dr. William Wasilenko, Associate Dean for Research at Eastern Virginia Medical School, and Dr. John Sokolowski, Executive Director of the Virginia Modeling, Analysis, and Simulation Center at Old Dominion University. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us here today.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Both of your institutions are absolutely doing amazing things, and we're so excited to have them in our region right now. And one of the things that sometimes people don't understand is kind of where you all fit and what you're doing. What are some of the kind of unique things happening at VMASC, and how can companies large or small really take advantage of what you're doing?
Well, we're a multidisciplinary modeling and simulation research center that really covers many different areas, from the military, homeland security area, to transportation, modeling and simulation, and into healthcare and business processes. So there's a lot of opportunity to use this technology to understand ideas in those areas and to actually help companies on their bottom line while utilizing this technology to help them optimize some processes.
Very cool. Dr. Wasilenko, at EVMS, are there some new things that you all are doing right now, some cutting-edge things that might be able to be translated soon into the business world to create either new companies or new jobs in the area?
Oh, of course, absolutely. You know, our school is the most community-oriented medical school in the nation, and we train physicians, provide specialized health care to the region, but we have a very expanding research and development base focused around women's health, also diabetes and obesity, cancer and infectious diseases, and those align with regional health needs, cutting-edge technologies we're bringing here into the Hampton Roads region.
Okay. And are there programs that are whether designed or already implemented that would really be more public and private partnerships that either of you two all are involved with that can help integrate companies out into the community with your research?
We partner on many occasions with especially small businesses here in the community through small business innovation research grants, and that becomes a very good partnership. Often small companies don't have a research arm, and we can become that research arm for them and go forward with new ideas, new products that can be commercialized and they can take advantage of.
Alrighty, and are there areas right now that you all are seeing like most promising, or ways that either through your efforts or efforts that the community can bring to you to really help drive some new growth in Hampton?
Certainly there's two predominant areas. Even with the downsizing of the military and Joint Forces Command, there is still a significant amount of research going on in the military modeling and simulation area that companies can take advantage of. And then in the medical healthcare area, huge growth in simulation need from that area, and there's a lot of opportunities there.
And one of the things that both of you all are really kind of focused on and famous is raising the professional level, the development of really the individuals that would be either in the simulation world or to use that simulation, but also with you all training doctors and all different type of technicians and other things. Can you tell us a little bit about how you all fit in the development of the workforce as well?
Yeah. Well, we have currently, for our research-related activities, our school has over 1,000 employees, close to 300 are actually involved with research in some form or fashion. And what we're trying to do is to align our research base to foster regional innovation that will contribute to technology-based economic development. And we're pursuing a plan to foster that research-driven innovation, which will lead to job creation eventually by partnering with other universities and the private sector. That is so crucial, that public-private sector partnership. And so what the region is starting to do, and we're really encouraged by this, and we are very excited about participating in the programs that the Hampton Roads Partnership has to create a network to bring together the private sector, really the experience of the private sector with the university researchers. The hope is we will generate more small company creation and help those companies we already have in the technology sector grow by helping them with some of their applied research needs.
And Dr. Sokolowski, you're part of a panel that helps to approve some of these grants and other things, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about that? How are you helping in the funding of some of these projects?
There's a set of projects that were solicited from the state, and this is an opportunity for both small businesses and educational institutions to bring forth new ideas, to get some funding to commercialize those ideas. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to look at some of those and help evaluate their efficacy and effectiveness and what their potential is to add to some job growth here in the Commonwealth.
And I would imagine that in today's time, funding is most critical. Are there any other scenarios or any other involvement that we in the community or the banking structure or anything can help in the investment side with, whether it's through venture capital or angels? Is this an area that still needs development to help you and to help the community?
Yes, absolutely. The region has so much potential. You know, if you put a stake in the ground, go 50 miles from the center of Norfolk, the amount of research and development money that is coming in the region is close to $200 million per year, and that's based off the National Science Foundation statistics from 2009. And then if you look at the companies, both not just in the biomedical areas, but sensors, modeling, and simulation, there's tremendous potential, but we need to have those resources, both the intellectual know-how, which we have now, right, and the seed capital, as well as the investment capital for company creation. Seed capital is very important because most of the early R&D is driven by getting grant funding.
Right.
And so if there's a regional program possibly, like what we see on the state level, that provides seed support, say $100,000 to a small faculty startup company, it will go a long ways in fostering innovation, which will create new jobs.
Dr. Sokolowski, for you? Yeah,
funding is always a challenge. Like Dr. Wasilenko said, there are grants to do the initial research, but to bridge that research into the commercial area is certainly the challenge, and having funding available to do that is important.
Okay, cool. Is there anything that we as business leaders can do in the Hampton Roads business community to better support you all so that in turn you can better support us and how we can, grow our businesses and increase jobs and those type of things?
Certainly on the modeling and simulation side, I think the region is recognizing the importance of modeling and simulation. It was designated as a national critical technology, and the more the region can get behind that kind of effort and really put Hampton Roads on the map for modeling and simulation capability, that would certainly go a long way to float all of us to a higher level.
Well, gentlemen, I really thank you for all you mean to this community. Thank you for being on our show today, but really thank you to both EVMS and to VMASC for really making such powerful contributions in our community. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Coming up later in the show, making research work for business. A local regional business leader helps us find a model for success. To join our next executive discussion series in person, check out the Cox Business Navigation Program online. Here are some of the highlights from our discussion on research.
I think the one thing that we don't have that Northern Virginia does have, they do a really good job of cultivating their entrepreneurial community. They have a lot of seed funding opportunities, they have a lot of mentoring opportunities. And so I think from a perspective of being able to get those technologies that Dana was talking about out into the commercial market, our opportunities lie in doing more with our entrepreneurs, trying to find the venture capital, trying to find the seed funding, and doing more of the grow your own type technology development.
We have summer intern programs where we have kids from all over who apply for internships. Once they've spent a summer with us where they can see all the different phases of a business, they go back with a whole different understanding of what some of the skill sets are that they need. And almost every time they come through, they ask, what would I need to do? What sort of curriculum would I have to go through? Where can I get training to get a job at a place like yours?
So much of that is about that direct connection, which is
there's a lot of interest with kids on which way to go.